Testing one, two. Is this thing gone? Hey, what's up, Haitian princess? Vivian, don't worry about it. I couldn't answer because I was coming on, but yes. How you doing though? Thank you. We'll rendezvous. We need to talk. What's up? I am enough. Libra. What's up, Gubs girl? So I'm on. I'm Jay Burrell, can't you tell? I'm not here to beat up Lemon. I see that Pizarro is actually trying to get him to 1,000 so he can get his channel, and I applaud her. Um, I don't feel that it's necessary for me to do that. I ain't hating. Um, I hope he gets his channel back. But to me, Lemon is no different than Tommy. You can't tell these new generation of millennials and Gen Z, you can't tell them anything. And they think they know everything. So even though I hope he gets his channel back because it's good for the sector, I don't think he's learned his lesson. Lemon, people have been telling you, hey, you don't have to prove anything to anybody. You talked so much because you told me that YouTube was your career. Now, if you're telling the truth, that means YouTube is your only bread and butter. And if you're helping out your mom, then you want to take this more serious. You want to take it more seriously. And I just couldn't believe that this is your bread and butter, but you are so haphazard and so loose with who comes on and what is said on your platform. Um, and that's why I don't come to your platform, because if somebody comes to me the wrong way, it's no guarantee, and I can't promise that I won't return that same energy. However, you don't listen. And Lemon, the people who you were closest to really kicked your back in. And I do believe that Shakim probably had a hand in this. Let me tell you something. This ain't no anti-hate Shakim. Shakim really didn't see it for you. And I truly believe that he liked you, but you were a jerk to him. And just like you treated these women, you treated Shakim the same way. But baby, gay men, they have a way of getting you back. And I think that's what happened to you, because Shakim was hurt, and hurt people. And so I do think that he worked with dragons. Dragons ain't that smart. I'm just sorry. She's not dumb, but baby, she don't work in that realm. And so when I heard that Shakim may have been a part of this, I'm like, okay, yeah, that sounds about right. But Lemon, look at the people who were all for you. And then listen to what those people have told you. A lot of the people for you said, I'm leaving you alone because you show me nothing but disrespect. However, the relationship was very transactional. Lolo wasn't doing shit for free. And again, this is no friends on YouTube. Baby, baby, it was coast to coast, LA to Calaco, love for sale. Baby, it was friends for sale. So it seemed like these people were around you and with you for the loaves and the fish. They weren't with you for the ministry. Okay? Baby, when the loaves and fish dried up, these people were gone. And the people who were with you, you done treated them like dirt. And then, Lemon, this is what happens when you the king. See, this is why I don't subscribe uh, and try to get into all of those things with those monikers because people have issues and also people will try to take down your channel. Soon as you said how much you were making, I knew these people was gonna come for you. But Lemon, you got to listen, and you need some people in your corner who are not yes people, but who are not folk that have enmity or disdain for you, but really truly want your best interest at heart. And most of all, Lemon, you should want your best interest at heart. So you should treat yourself a little bit better. So shout out to Pizarro for trying to help Lemon to get to his 1,000, and he's going to get to his 1,000. But are you going to keep your page? Are you going to continue to break community guidelines to lose it? I mean, you have to be a little bit more careful with your investment. And anything that's bringing money into your pocket is an investment. And you have to be a little bit more wiser about your investment. There are no friends on YouTube, Lemon. You are just subcontractors. And if you do have friends on YouTube, then you shouldn't subject your friendship to that amount of pressure. And that's the truth. So also, Lemon, you're gonna have to sober up. I don't recommend you coming on YouTube when you're drunk. Boo, if you can't walk the dog, don't have people to take over your channel because we've seen those things happen. And Lemon, stop giving people access to you who don't see it for you. Stop giving people access. That's why I don't give people access. And so, again, the only person who can change your trajectory is you. Or we can talk till we blue. But if you don't change, it'll be the same thing. And again, it doesn't make no sense. You get 1,000, but then they strike your page again. Now, I don't know if what Stump Down was saying was true. And I don't know if Lemon actually sent Brianna the information about the strike. But if what you sent, and what's up, Tweety? If you sent Brianna that, and if that's true, they're gonna take your channel again because they done struck your channel so much that if you even have another channel, they gonna take it, according to Stump Down. Now, I heard him talk about it, and hey, it could happen. So again, good luck. I hope everything work out for you. Ain't no hate over here. There's no jealousy over here. But Lemon, I hope that you do something differently if you are allowed to have that channel. Now, I have not confirmed what Stump Down said was true or not, but it could be. And somebody could very well come for your channel. So, I hope it works out. But y'all, I'm tired of telling people who don't listen. Now, I'm going to say it. I'm going to speak it in season and out of season. I'm going to say what I want. But I am not really pressed. It's a wait and see, and let's see what this person does. Let's see if he takes the advice, which a lot of you all doubt, and do something different. Because Lemon, if you don't change the way you do your programming, this channel is going to be gone too. And I'm not trying to speak it to existence. I'm just being real. Because these people have it in for you. They can't take your channel if you're following community guidelines. They can't take your channel if you are creating a thumbnail and not using other people's stuff. They can't take it. But if you continue to do what you do, you're going to get the same results. So all I'm saying is just be aware of that. So y'all, I did get a chance to listen to Cartoon man or whatever his name is, and something ain't right. First of all, nobody is bashing heterosexual men. Now, once again, you all come into spaces where there are gay men, and you all start the bashing, and you all start using women as inanimate objects. And then when we call you on that, then we're bashing straight men. Nobody is bashing straight men, and nobody hates straight men. Again, ghetto intellect is straight. I don't hate him. Binary is straight. I don't hate him. The mayor of Detroit is straight. I don't hate him. Uncle Claude is straight. We don't hate him either. We can have serious conversations with some of those individuals. I said some of those individuals because there's a mutual respect. You respect me, I respect you. When you start disrespecting people, then you get disrespect. I also heard you mention something about queens. And if I'm not mistaken, Queen Elizabeth and Queen Victoria and Elizabeth I were queens with husbands, but their husbands were subjected to them. And they ran a whole country. So your definition of a queen may not fit the mold, and it may be antiquated because your ideal of queen is being subservient and submissive to a man. And that's your ideal where you all should be submissive and subservient to each other. And so, again, that's the problem. No one is going to follow you when your shit ain't together. And I think your view of manhood is antiquated. You're telling me that a woman who has a master's degree and a law degree should be subservient to her husband. No, they should be subservient to each other. And I think that's the problem. And I think that mindset is there. And nobody's upset at straight men. Nobody's upset at straight men. I'm not. Again, you're not speaking for all straight men. And that's another problem. You generalize a lot. Now, Prince Charles has a royal consort, but if he was still married to Diana, she would be the queen. But there are two types. There's one that's in full reign and rule, and there's one because she's the husband of a king. But Queen Elizabeth was not subjected to her husband. Okay? Victoria was not she wasn't a subject of her husband, Prince Albert. So I just want to be clear because obviously you don't know how royalty works, but that's how it works. And I think that you may have some problems, but yeah. Well, no. If Charles was still married to Diana, I hope y'all listening to me because again, y'all don't listen either. That's a lot of problems. Y'all don't listen. If Charles, who's the present king now, was married to Diana, she would lose the title of princess and become queen. That's why Camilla is a queen consort. She can't become queen because she married Charles and this is his second marriage. Okay, y'all please listen. It's very disheartening when you don't listen. I know Princess Diana died Princess Diana. However, had she still been married to Charles, she would have been Queen Diana. That's all I got to say about that. Lord, follow. Let's stay with me. So anyway, um, antiquated thinking. Um, the black straight man. Everybody's not coming after the black straight man. And in this sector here, these black straight men need to come up a little bit because some of them are just plain trifling. So that's what I'm saying on that. Now, again, getting back to Lemon. Lemon, if you keep on avoiding and hanging out with them people, you're going to get the same result. Lemon, if you don't change how you operate and if you don't stay in community guidelines, they're going to continue to strike your page. And that's the truth. And unfortunately, Pizarro, this is my thing. Why even try to get a content creator back if they're going to do the same thing? Because to me, it's a waste of time if the lesson hasn't been learned. And if there's true repentance, if there's true awakening and enlightenment, there'll be a change in action. There'll be a change in action. You won't let everybody on your platform. And you'll understand that you are a subcontractor. These people aren't friends. Everybody was so shocked with dragons. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not surprised at all. And those same people are rejoicing because your channel's gone. I don't rejoice because your channel's gone. I'm more disheartened again that you don't see what people are doing and you don't learn those lessons. But I refuse to. Yeah, I mean, okay, congratulations. Congratulations that he got his 1,000, but for how long? Are you going to keep your channel? Or are you going to continue to do the same thing? That's all I'm asking. And see, people like, ooh, Jay, you hate. No, I'm asking a serious question. Because if you keep doing the same thing, you're going to get the same results. Now, I don't know if y'all watch Stomp Down. I don't know if he still has that video up, but Stomp Down, and I don't know if Bree confirmed this, but Stomp Down said that Lemon can't have any channels because if he has any channels that YouTube are going to take, they're going to take them. So I don't even know if that's true. And Lemon, if this was your only source of income, man, you didn't protect it. You didn't protect it. So hopefully you'll keep this channel. But I'm concerned about what Stump Down just said this afternoon. Because if what he's saying is correct, which I have not confirmed, your channel is always in danger. So congratulations for getting your 1,000, but make it more oppressive fee by keeping it. Mm-hmm. What's up, Sparkles? So yeah, just keep it. And can I say this? I don't lose no sleep about being an OG. I just try to really correct folk about erroneous information. But I can say on this tip or off this tip, I'm okay. So yeah. But we'll see what happens. I'm glad he got to his 1,000. He'll monetize this page, and we'll see what happens. But like I said, y'all, I don't know if what Stump Down said was true or not. But according to Stump Down, he said that Lemon sent the strike notification, the termination of his channel to Bree, according to Stump Down. And what Stump Down read was that Lemon can't have any channel at all. Not singular, but plural channels, meaning they can snatch them according to Stump Down. And Stump Down seems very convinced. And this is what I got to say. Lemon, if this is true, why would you send something with that information if this is true? Because it's alleged. Why would you send it to Bree, who don't owe you nothing because it ain't no friends on YouTube, only subcontractors? Bree stuff was already taken. And what it tells the world that anybody can take your page. You are at risk of losing your page just for having a show. And it doesn't matter what the show is about. And for you to share that tells me something is wrong with you. Because, baby, these folk don't care nothing about you. And if you, and like I said, if Bree put that out there, baby, y'all, yeah. What's up, Lady Sparkles?
Hi, the house that daddy built. Let's go. And let
What's
me say
up?
this. You are OG and you was looking fine today in that brown. Take me around the world, baby. But
Oh, my
anyway,
mom.
I just wanted to say, like I asked who I asked? Trish? Somebody, the beefsteak the gates. I will say this. No, y'all, nobody got the deeds to them. Nobody got the rights to them, but you and Treasure are two of a kind. Y'all hold some type of do I want to say solidification? Whether you want it or not, you do. I mean, everybody flocks it like he does the town hall. People that don't like him, can't stand him, they still coming. Everybody gonna come. And my thing is, when people say, oh, the outsiders, or like Kwani was up here. That's my baby. Shout out to Kwani. Um, the outside, it does make people feel some type of way. Not me or not, people that's confident. Y'all are an entity, no matter how it came about. T.S. Madison, Kaya, this one, that one, the third one, the white one. It's an entity. This needs to be documented because y'all are a soap opera. Like the stuff that goes on, even with Tommy and Castro running up here. Now, Tommy did say he gonna call the cops with his weird ass on you, which is stupid. You come in and click this link. So, what the cops gonna tell you? But probably lock your ass back up. You're on paper. Jay
I
Wilson's not.
haven't I haven't watched Tommy.
Child,
Um, Tommy has a
mental
court
problem.
date, and I hope everything works out for him. And that's on the
Hmm.
sincere. I understand that Tommy has some mental challenges that he has to face, and hopefully he can face them with grace and dignity and overcome it. And hopefully everything is okay with him. I don't wish any harm on him. I don't wish anything for him. I just stay very neutral, and I'm going to let justice prevail. And that's what I'm going to do. You know,
Yeah,
I,
everything that
now,
needs to
can
be
I
said
say
ain't
this,
gonna watch.
y'all? Hold on. Now, I am about to get a little messy right now. Ooh, some
Oh
just came
Lord.
in my spirit. Oh my God, some just came in my spirit. What in the Cracker Barrel basket is going on over there at Castro? Castro, these baskets that y'all making this year, it's looking very different from last year. And They just look like they homemade. They look like you just grandmama made them in arts and crafts. And just it just look like an old cheap basket, and y'all put stuff in there. I ain't trying to come for your stuff. Mm-mm. You know, I'm just
Child, a shame
saying.
and a scandal, honey. But yeah, I gotta go get my celebratory. Then I gotta go drag the fook out of Corey Government Cheese Slocum since he like to play with underage
Oh
people
Lord.
and
Oh
stuff. And child,
Lord.
yeah, I'm gonna drag the hell out of him, his ugly stinking ass. But anyway,
Okay.
love you, Jay. We have to shout out to the rider lives. Let's go. Do
Okay.
you ride or do you live, bitch? Welcome to the beef sector. Let's get it on.
Okay. Sparkles is so unique. She's very eccentric. But I ain't trying to be funny, Castro. But them baskets don't look the same. And that basket you showed us last time, it was very appealing. Baby, these baskets look like yeah, yeah. Again, it was like I was expecting Sunday morning service at 11, but you is giving me Wednesday night Bible study. Okay, baby, you just put on the jean skirt and the blouse because you don't want to be talked about, but you really don't mean it. You really don't mean it. You know, you ain't dressing up. You don't mean it. You just going out because you don't want to be talked about. And the baskets is giving me that. Them baskets is giving me Wednesday night Bible study. It is not giving me early 11 o'clock Sunday morning service. Um, Baby, it's just like y'all stuck some cheap shit in them. I'm just being real. It just seemed like y'all just stuck some cheap shit in that basket and y'all just trying to sell it to the girls. And then, Castro, it didn't help that you had that glue gun. I mean, you don't even have that shit lined up right. And the basket quality has gone down. And I'm disappointed because I expected more. Okay, it's just like, girl, you got some liquor that you done got. Okay, let's go ahead and stick it in the basket. Girl, you got some Gina Tay. Girl, you got some Gina Tay. Girl, you got some skin so soft. Just stick it in the basket. Girl, what y'all doing? That basket is worth $25. That basket ain't even worth $80. So if that basket worth $25, y'all should be selling that jank for 30, maybe 40 at the most. Okay, but baby, I'm looking at that basket and it's not giving. It's not giving. Okay, that shit is uneven. Y'all got them cheap rhinestone piece of rhinestone ribbons around that. I can't. I can't. I really looked at that basket long and hard, and it just looked like it's just cheap shit. Some Gina Tay, some Skin So Soft, some Welch's grape juice wine. Okay, sparkling grape juice from Welch's. Okay, y'all got an old nasty piece of teddy bear from the toy machine from the dentist. Okay, y'all scooped it out from the dentist and y'all just put it in that damn basket. I'm just being real. And let me say this. I'm being real. Them baskets last year was all right with me. I don't know what changed. I don't know if the tariffs done hit y'all. Girl, I don't know if the basket tariff done hit y'all. Baby, I don't know what's going on. But that basket looked like you painted that shit with red fingernail polish. Fingernail polish. And then you put some old diamond ribbon studs on there. Girl, no, it's not giving. Okay, it's not giving. It's definitely not giving $80. Okay, I'm just being real. Ain't no hate. When you did that thing, I'm gonna say you did that thing. But this time, no. I mean, he look like he just got cheap stuff. I ain't gonna lie, Castro. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all look like y'all went to Dollar Tree and filled them bags. Girl, y'all look like y'all went to Dollar Tree and filled it up. Girl, you could have went to 5 and below. I would have gave you props for 5 and below. But baby, y'all went to Dollar Tree. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Anyway. I can't do it. Key to key. And this the basket design. And then y'all plop that shit up there with no kind of form, no kind of rhyme or reason. It's just, is it some space there, girl? Yeah, put it there. It's just a big old, you just plop everything up in the basket. Ain't no rhyme, no reason, no big items in the front and all that. It's just there. Okay. Okay, let me get off that boy basket. Bro, I thought I saw some skin so soft in that bitch. I thought I saw some Gina Tay. Okay, some Stitz and cologne. And then I'm scared to use the body wash because your skin might start off, bitch. Okay. Girl, I went to that bargain station at TJ Maxx and got them skincare products. Anyway, let me stop. Let me stop, baby. Let me stop. Let me stop. Okay. I'm gonna let y'all up here, but this lemon thing, he got his 1,000 limit. I don't know how this gonna work for you. I don't know if what Stump Down is saying is correct, but Stump Down seemed matter of fact. And now the girl's saying that it was on Bree's page. Why are you sending stuff to her? Why? Why? Now, Bernice, I'm with the shits tonight. Okay, so I'm with the shits tonight. Let me go ahead and put you on because I'm with the shits tonight. What's up?
How you doing? How you doing? They done took my grandbaby out. Oh, Jesus Christ. Can you put up a prayer for him?
I'm going to try.
Put up a prayer for him. They done took my grandbaby out. Oh, Jesus.
Now, who your grandbaby?
His name Lemon. Oh, yeah. Jesus. Oh.
But Miss Bernice, didn't you tell Lemon what to do? It seemed like Lemon don't like to listen to nobody, Miss Bernice.
Well, my grandbaby, he got a drinking problem. Yeah, he does. He has a drinking problem.
He does. Well, do you think he's gonna keep this page?
He steals my wine all the time. Let the people see me. Hello, people.
I gotta be careful because that's a image.
Oh no, I ain't gonna do that. Listen,
No, baby. Let me say this though. If you got that image up, it's an image of Miss Bernice, and that's Ricky Smilers, and it could strike my page.
Oh.
See, I mean, as much as I like Miss Bernice Jenkins over there at Ricky Smilers, it's dangerous because again, you sound just like Miss Bernice, and then the Bernice picture up. So I don't want false representation, and
Well, how about this one?
Okay, let me see what you got up.
Okay.
Let me see how that look.
It's pretty. It's my finger.
Oh, Jesus.
It's my finger. Oh, yeah. Put me up. Hello. Hallelujah. Yes, Jesus. So this is what we're going to do. So they didn't took my baby out. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Can you do a prayer for them?
Well, Miss Bernice, you pray really well, and it seems like you can get a prayer through, and that's your grandbaby. And let me tell you something, Miss Bernice, I don't know if I can pray for him because he might do the same thing, and I think it'll be better if you do it.
Well, you know what? I just want I pray for him. Heavenly Father, I want you to have my grandbaby to stop touching on men.
Oh my.
I want you to stop letting him get up and grind on me. And Lord Jesus, I want you to take him off that app called Grindr. And Lord Jesus, he's been on that app called Grindr, Lord Jesus. And I want you to take him up off that man. And I seen him. Oh yeah, he was grinding on this man in Las Vegas, Lord Jesus. And I want you to take him up off that man. Oh, Jesus. Get him up off of him. Don't have him straddling no man. And I want you to not have him have no man come in his house that's on drugs and tell him to go and lay in the bed. And I don't want you to, ooh, yes, Jesus, no wet butts, and oh, Jesus. And I want you to know that it's not right. Oh, yeah. Okay, amen.
Melissa said, bye, y'all. It's too close to Lent. Baby, though, Miss Bernice prayed that prayer. Miss Bernice prayed that prayer, and it seemed like Miss Bernice really meant that prayer. So, Miss Bernice, do you think his page gonna stay up? Because now they saying that your grandson sent Brianna the screenshot of what they said on um for the strike, for the termination of his page. And it said that any of his channels can be, taken away or terminated. So now he got to 1,000. I don't know if he can get monetized, but what you think?
I think he's slow. My grandbaby is slow. I mean, you can put 1 + 1 = 2 on the paper, and he'll still say 5.
Mm.
And see, that's the thing. Ooh, 5. 1 + 1 = 2. He'll say 5, Grandma. Yes, it is.
Well, what's going on with his mama? What do you think is going on with her? How do you think she feels about this? Because what I
Oh, she on
heard,
that shit. She on that shit too.
Jesus. Well, Miss Bernice, I heard though from Lemon.
Allegedly.
From Lemon. No,
Allegedly.
this is not allegedly. Lemon told me this himself when he was actually over here. I asked him, what was his job? And he said YouTube is his job. So I guess this is his only form
Oh
of,
yeah, his mama smoke his money up. She always, every time the 21st come around, I think that's his payday because I always call him for $20 so I can get me old. I like to go down to KFC chicken and get me a box of chicken, and I like to sit in here in my living room and I like to watch a true crime show. And so the 21st is when he gets paid.
You're right. That's when people get paid on the 21st. So she's kind of pushing him to do YouTube so he can make sure that she gets some money too.
Oh yeah, I mean, she act like she going to work, but she only works about 4 hours, and
Oh
she
my.
gets high and she comes home,
Oh
and so
Jesus.
he's drunk, and she's high, and she's just don't mix.
Mm. Well, what do you think about this dragon situation? Lemon did so much for her, got her e-bike, got her phone. He did a lot for her. And then she comes out to say that she took his page. And then, so what do you think about that?
Well, I'm gonna say this. I'm just gonna say that girl is not to be trusted. When she didn't want to call 911 when she got into an accident on her bicycle, I felt like she's running from the law.
Oh, you think she's running from the law?
I think she's running from the law because let somebody hit me from the back, and I'm not saying in the bedroom, young man. I'm saying in my car.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna call the police and I ain't gonna get out my car.
Mm, mm. So, Miss Bernice, are you male or female? I know your name is Miss Bernice, but you sound so much like Ricky Smiley. I swear that you Ricky, but are you a male or female?
Bitch, you just disrespected me.
Well, Miss Bernice. Ah! Oh my God. That was Miss Bernice. She didn't want to answer that question. But Miss Bernice does. Let me tell you something. If Ricky Smiley ever had a cold or couldn't come to work and they needed Miss Bernice, yeah. Yeah. This person right here, yeah, would be Miss Bernice. I ain't gonna lie. So what do y'all think about the Lemon situation? Do you think that Lemon is gonna keep his page? Do you think that what he sent Bree was the real deal, the real McCoy. What do y'all think? Do you think that Dragons thought that people was going to run to her page after that? Did she ever think that people were going to turn on her? And let me say this. I have a problem with Dragons because if she took the page because her page got struck, and y'all, Dragons act like she would come on 24/7, how she acting. And, I'm like, girl, you don't come on that much. But then if you were playing music, then they could easily give you a copyright strike. But you struck that man's page and admitted and then said that you had help. Why? And it's not me hating Lemon or not. I may not watch him, but it takes away from another content creator. Also, too, we understand that Lemon has a new page. It was announced that Lemon actually got to 1,000. But the question is, will he keep it? And if what Brianna has is authentic, Lemon can lose his page at any time. At any time. And he may not be able to get monetized if they know it's him, because he can run a risk of getting his page snatched. So I'm just wondering, how do you maintain? And it's such a dilemma because one hand, Lemon says that YouTube is his job, meaning that that's it. So I'm just trying to say, what do you all really think? And I am not anti-Lemon, but I am anti-realistic. And I know that if Lemon doesn't change, it's going to happen again and again. They're going to keep on taking pages. And now, if he really did tell Brianna that was not a good move. And I don't think it was in his best interest. Because if Brianna didn't have an issue with Lemon, or if Brianna wasn't, I don't know, why would you put it out there? So everybody can know that, hey, y'all, Lemon's page is, fair game. And that's what I'm wondering. Now, according to you all, Brianna posted this. I did not see that. I have not seen that. So I cannot verify that. And if it's true, is the post still up? Can somebody verify that? Matter of fact, because like I said, what is Brianna's new page? I don't even know Brianna's new page. Hold on, somebody just emailed me. So I just seen it, and it is still up. Now, my question is, did Lemon want Bree to post this? And if he did, I don't think it's to his advantage, because if he wanted Bree to post this, then you're telling everybody you can snatch my page. I'm not supposed to be up. I'm not supposed to be even having a page. That's what you're telling Bree. Now, if you didn't want Bree to put it up, baby, she just set you up real well. I don't know, but it's on her page. So does anybody have any insight on that? Anybody has any insight on that? Because I don't get it. You are jeopardizing your page. And so my thing is, if you wanted Bree to put it up, then how is this going to be advantageous for you? If you did not want her to put it up, then she just got you. She just got you. So now let me say this, y'all. I ain't trying to be funny, but y'all celebrating, and I'm not trying to be a killjoy. I'm not trying to be Debbie Downer, but let's be realistic. If what Bree has on her page is correct, it's only a matter of time before Lemon is going to be taken down again. It's not my hope that he's taken down, but you can't be mad at me because baby Bree done posted it. Now, I don't know if Bree did it out of spite or Lemon directed Bree to do it. I don't know. But did Lemon, so this is the thing, Simply Pink and Green, and this is my question. Did Lemon send that to Bree to disseminate? That's my question. Or did he just send that to Bree so Bree would know? Because baby, if he sent that for Bree to put out in the atmosphere, that ain't no smart move. Y'all understand what am I missing something? Are y'all understanding what I'm saying? I mean, am I missing something? Please help me. If I'm missing something, help me. Help me to understand. Okay, so simply you said he told her to post it. Mm, that's weird. This is the thing, you all. Do y'all think that was a wise move? Hey, my enemies. Hey, my adversaries. Hey, my foes. I'm not supposed to be on YouTube. I'm not even supposed to have channels. Even if I'm talking about a cooking show, they can come snatch my page now because according to the guidelines and what Stump Down read was, baby, you're not supposed to be on YouTube. You terminated. So that don't make no sense. Can somebody tell me the logic behind that? I'm just asking. Can y'all tell me that? That's why I'm looking at. That's why I'm looking at Pizarro and these people, and I'm like, okay. I mean, I'm happy too, but there's a problem. Houston, there's a problem. What are y'all thoughts? Hit me up. I'll be reading. I'm gonna take a moment. I'll wait. I'm gonna put it on mute, and I'm gonna let y'all put it up. So this is what I'm saying here. So regardless to be stuck to with or without lemon plus content, we have to find another topic. I'm sure perfume plus you're right about that. I mean, I don't talk about them often, but I think this is something to talk about because it's some lessons to be learned. Now, Dragon says she's going to reverse the strike. She is sorry. I don't know if that works. So Dragon is going to put her own channel at risk now because yeah. See, Dragons, are you okay? Is you on that stuff? What's up, Octavius? Is you on that stuff? Now she feel guilty. And let me say this. Had people been cheering her on, I don't think we would have been here. But now Dragons is getting the brunt of this mess. And now Dragons is all repentant and contrite in her spirit. But baby, she was talking mad cash mess. So Dragons is saying that you can't be trusted. You're very undecisive and unstable in your ways. One minute you want to be the bad bee, the next minute you want to be demure. You doing a lot, and I'm just looking at you, and it's just like, okay, so now you're not trusted. Now your people don't believe you. And to be honest, she'll put her own channel at risk. I don't know what's gonna happen, but let me say this, y'all. If Lemon Page is up tomorrow, I'll be surprised. Not to say that it won't be, but I'll be surprised. Because now people will find a way. I'm just saying. Girl, she may be running, but baby, she's running from something. She running from something. But yeah, it didn't go as planned. And sometimes people will use you, Dragon. So hold on for a minute. Let me put my thing up. My God, today. This is a mess. It's just treachery at its best. What's up?
What's up? This is Octavius.
Octavius, what's going on? Yeah, I know
Chilling.
who it is. How you doing?
Yeah,
Okay. What's
I
up?
just want
What's going
I just
on?
wanted to say that I told Lemon about around about December. I told him I said he had to change all of his stuff up because he got hit with the reused content around about December, the beginning of December last year, and he blew it off. And I said that's the reason why they even targeted you because YouTube have in their records that those thumbnails and that background and your thumbnail emoji that you go live with. He rarely changed it. I see he changed it today. And I said, yeah, they're going to use it to target you at one point because it's obvious if it wasn't going to be the copyrights, it was going to be YouTube at some point because they already had it in their records about the original Lemon channel. And he didn't take the initiative to change his thumbnail and he didn't take his icon picture rather. His background is the same, and he was using the same intro with the guy with the violin. I said you got to just radically change everything, and he even got it as Big Lemon 3 right now. It's obvious that that's his channel. I told him that, and he continued to do whatever he want to do. But like I said, yeah, it's making it easier for people to target him. I
Well,
told him get rid
like
of
I
some.
said, Octavius, if his page is even up tomorrow, I would be surprised. And this is what I'm saying. What's the use of having a party celebrating your 1,000 for monetization, whereas they can still strike your channel if Dragons didn't reverse that stuff, but they're still going to strike it. and Lemon doesn't listen. You can't tell him anything. And if he goes this route again, the same thing is going to happen. And
Well,
this
I
is why,
struck a person with 23 copyright strikes before, and they got their channel back. So the channel can be resolved if so. Something like dragons, I don't know uh, what really happened. I'm listening to part of her story because I'm on, I'm out, on vacation, but I haven't had time to sit down and listen to the whole thing. But with Dragon's story, I don't know if it's adding up all the way, but I do believe there's some truth where she contacted those people. And the thing about it is, those thumbnails, because they're a part of a real company, they already have what's called a copyright. It's already filed with the U.S. Patent Office, the U.S. Copyright Office. So it's
Mhm.
different than just using a copyright just from Joe Smo that don't have a patent. So I think YouTube must have, whoever she contacted, they didn't go on and reverse it. So
you can't tell Lemon nothing. And my thing is, let's say hypothetically that Dragons does that and they drop that. I'm just afraid they're gonna try to get him another way. He just don't listen. And then if he doesn't have issues with his thumbnails or music that he uses, then he's all out of compliance with the YouTube community guidelines. So they'll get him that way. I mean, it seems like they'll get him any kind of way they can.
I don't know what to tell them. I mean, I really don't know.
Did you
Uh,
see? Did you hear what I was just saying? Though that he sent that information to Bree, and I'm like, okay, if she hasn't done that yet, you're opening yourself up to get your channel taken again.
right, and he's too trusting.
That's what I'm kind of saying.
Yeah,
Man, you gonna get your channel taken away again because if that information is correct that Bree has on her wall, which Simply Pink and Green is saying that you gave her, I don't understand. First of all, I don't even understand how you did that because you're giving people ammunition to use against you because Lemon, you can't have any type of channel, any type of channel, or they can come and get it. You can't do that. And that's why I'm saying, why are you disseminating this information, giving it to Bree? And I'm not mad at Bree, but if you told her to do it, but it's only gonna be detrimental to your bottom line.
I mean, he's trusting other beef sector content creators, and I don't, I don't really do beef sector content, anymore. So I'm not really that involved in what's going on over here like that. And so I'm not in no competition with anybody. But when you're in, like, okay, you're headlining you're a competition for some people, jealousy, money, all that kind of stuff gets involved. Um, people will pull the trigger on things that they have on you to take you down. You know, like they can love you one day, the next day they feel like you're in the way and they want to just take you out. So he's been. I know he talks to a few of them on the back end, and he's asking some of the people to help him resolve some of the issues that he have on his channel. And I mean, he has to. From what he says, he paying for people to go to Vegas. He has the resources to get someone that is somewhat professional to do it while keeping his privacy intact,
Mm-hmm.
and he's not doing that. So I heard about this. I didn't want to come out and jump out and just hit any random links and just talk about this, but it's he I don't think he really understands the game of what this really is
Well,
online with these
well, the
people.
same thing I was saying, Octavius, you're saying. I
Hmm.
don't have a problem with Lemon.
Yeah.
I just don't. I won't do get Lemon to 1,000. Not because I don't want to get him to 1,000, but Lemon has a way of disregarding things, and it's like, why do it when you're going to be in the same situation? If the behavior don't change, if the actions don't change, then you're going to get the same results. And these people don't care how we feel. They have an issue personally, a vendetta personally with Lemon. And again, they're going to continue to do this. And and it's working. That's the whole thing. It's working. So we'll see what happens. But I'm telling you, if like I said, I go on in the morning, and if his page is there after 12 noon, I would be very surprised. I
Oh,
mean,
exactly. I mean, it's too much of a paper trail. Like the channel supposed to disappear, and you're supposed to pop up like nothing happened. And I don't even know what you're talking about. That type of thing. If it was me, I would have a total amnesia about my previous page if I wanted to continue to be a YouTuber. You know.
well, my thing is, no one would have known about that. And even if that page was gone, but for him to put it out there with all the information disclosing what he cannot do and what will happen if he does it, I'm like, you self-sabotaging yourself. And
Well, I've
again,
seen I've seen these situations where people had more than 20 strikes and they terminate a channel immediately, and the channel was returned to them at some point if they did the proper procedures. So, I mean, to me, it looked like he just gave up.
well,
One.
hopefully he does the proper procedures. That's my hope.
Mhm.
But my thing is, you just got all of these people gunning for your channel. And my thing is, okay, so if he follows the proper procedures, who's to say though he's going to follow community guidelines? And again, that hurts people as well because they'll take your stuff down. I mean, like I said, Octavius, it's a hot mess, and it's unfortunate that it's happening, but it's going to continue to happen because until Lemon kind of gets it together, he's always going to find himself in this situation. So, and you,
Mhm.
like you said,
And
Octavius, you
he's not a
can't tell him
victim.
nothing.
He's not a victim, and I'm gonna tell you why. He's not a victim. He's not a victim in the situation because that wasn't his property to begin with. So he's talking about, well, I can call people talking about they can call the police and things like that. If anybody was a victim in the situation, it would be the company that owns the rights to the thumbnails. You
Correct.
know, not not him, and they will be the ones that have to do the charges against Dragons. Uh, Lemon has zero possibility of suing Dragons for anything because that wasn't his property to begin with.
Yeah, like I said, there are no victims. It's truly volunteers, and
Hmm.
I'm looking at how people move. And I'm not gonna. I mean, all that Dragons did, and what Lemon did for her, as far as getting her established and helping her with that phone, helping her with that e-bike, and I mean, and then she just turns around, and I'm like, wow. So it
Well,
just
I talked to Lemon about that. I said, Lemon, I know what it's like to be your age, having a lot of money and having women around you, and everybody got a problem. Everybody phone off. Everybody lights about to get cut off. Some of them ain't got money to get maxi pads or whatever, and they'll call and they know that you got money. Okay. And the next thing you know, you giving up all your money. But when you hit rock bottom, ain't nobody gonna be there for you when you
not
hit
one
rock bottom.
person.
Yeah. Not one person. Everybody been begging. When you hit rock bottom and you don't have the money, they're not gonna be there. And I told him that before all this stuff came out about how much money been spending Lolo or whatever female and buying people tickets to Vegas, that like I'm like, if these people want to go and want to spend $200-300, they can do it themselves if they want to do it, you know.
Well, why
And
should
see
they
how.
when they got Lemon? They got Big Daddy Lemon taking
Hmm.
care of it. Like I
Right,
said, Octavius, he doesn't listen. Um, and then people think I'm cold, but no, this is business. I don't play with people. This is business. You know what
right,
I'm saying?
right. And we don't know each other on here. We can be friendly and everything, but we all strangers, and that's a
For
fact.
sure.
Yeah,
It's definitely business here. So
yeah.
I don't get it. But look, it ain't my dog in this fight. This is Lemon. Hopefully one day that things work out for him. I hope his channel stays up. I really do hope his channel stays up. But if that channel is on up until 12 o'clock tomorrow, I'll be surprised. I would be very surprised. And I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just being realistic because, you know, there are a lot of people who say they coming for his channel and they'll find a way. And it's unfortunate that these people should have other things in life to do, but their whole goal is to take his stuff out. And so they're working on it, which is unfortunate, but I tell you, that's what they're doing.
And like they did that expose on Shakim about going on Twitter, and I said to I said on my channel, my one of my backup channels, I don't try to get no traction over there, but and I was just like, you don't give up the game when that is something that detrimental to that could be for every content creator around here. That wasn't something that everybody knew about the Twitter, or
Mhm,
talking to YouTube on Twitter. And they made it a storyline, they showed it and everything like that for sensation. They sensationalized it.
mhm.
Well, me, it doesn't matter. I don't have no strikes on none of my pages. And I'm not looking, I'm not scared about anything. But part of the culture is that some of these people just don't understand the street culture, and one can be affected, we all can be affected, type thing too. You know,
Mhm.
and those avenues were not exposed to regular people. Not everybody got access to know they can contact YouTube to let a person know whatever. And that's just the environment that these spaces, not just the beef sector, have come to. And that's why I'm just talking about Trump and Epstein lately.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, a lot of people have, but like I said, I'm here in the B sector. I'm not here for fame or fortune.
Hmm.
Well, no, let me push that back. I'm here for the fortune, but not the fame. I mean, everybody want that, but like I said, I would rather have the money than all of that other stuff. Of course, you get a little notoriety, but I was telling somebody, y'all can have it because again, once it's time to go, it's time to go. So yeah,
Right.
but Octavius, we will see what happens.
Hmm.
Congratulate a nervous congratulations to Lemon on getting at 1,000. I just hope his page is there after 12 o'clock tomorrow. Because again, I just think that there's a lot of things going on. And a lot of people who don't see it for him. So we'll see what happens. We will
Yeah,
see what happens.
I have nothing but I want to see him do well just like everybody else. So I don't have no issue with I don't have an issue with Lemon, but this is stuff that's been told to him by myself. I've told him that I prophesied to him that this was
Mm,
going to happen.
mhm,
I told him it
mhm.
was going to happen, at some point, because I said I didn't understand his. He was very defensive about those thumbnails for some reason, and especially the thumbnail. I said, yeah, you gotta use different thumbnails. You get, and he just shut down right there. He's like, I got this. Trust the process. I said, okay, you know,
Well, you can't tell them nothing. That's the whole thing. So,
right,
well,
right.
Octavius, look, man, I'm getting ready to call it a night. It's about
All right,
11
yeah,
and I got to get
I
up
gotta
for
get back
work.
anyway.
I got you, but thank you for coming over. I appreciate you. Thank you.
All right,
Y'all, that was Octavius. Octavius said he prophesied. Okay. Okay. He said Ika Mashanda and then told Lemon exactly what was gonna happen. He said he prophesied to Lemon. He saw it in a vision. Oh, Jesus. And so, and y'all already saying that ZX is already gunning for the man page. So see what happens. So we'll see. Vivian, girl, I'm gonna call you tomorrow. I'm so tired. I'm getting ready to shower. Girl, I gotta get my little stuff together. But I'm gonna call you tomorrow, Vivian. I promise, girl, I'm gonna call you tomorrow. But yeah, because Vivian, I am dog tired today. So I'll call you tomorrow because I had to do something before, yeah, but I'll call you, girl. Look, y'all have a good one. I'm hitting this shower now. Okay, I'm getting ready to go ahead. I believe in taking a bath before bed and getting up in the morning. And if you live in a humid place, a bath, Lord Jesus, in the middle of the day if you need one. All right, with that said, y'all have a good one. Peace and love. I will talk to y'all tomorrow morning.